Okay, welcome to our first kickoff call for summer school for Momentum for 2019. I'm Brooke and this is Stephanie. We only have one microphone today, so we got out of the house, we got dressed, we dropped Lily off at camp. Lucas has a babysitter. We have matcha, but we only have one thing with headphones. So we're recording this, and if for some reason it does not work well, someone please let us know. That would be bad. And let me just make sure I am, in fact, yes, we are recording. The red dot is blinking. So if at any point you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box. And this will be recorded, obviously, and uploaded and sent out to you guys later. So if you have to get off the call at any point, that's totally fine. And that will be kind of the game plan for all of the calls. Oh, hello. I think this is Devona. If I'm not saying your name right, please let me know. And let me know if you can hear us. I'm actually going to jump out of our sharing just to make sure you can hear us. If you are able to, Devona, write in the chat box if you can hear us, that would be great. We have some other people that are going to try to call in, and also some people that will be watching the recording because they're on Pacific Standard Time or in Europe or Canada or other places, and this just isn't a convenient time for them. So please let us know if you can hear us. I think you can because our mic is going up and down. But if you can't, just let us know. I'm Brooke and this is Stephanie, and we are going to get right into it so we don't waste anybody's time. Here we go. Let me go back to sharing my screen and my crazy background. Here we go. So, like we mentioned, this is our kickoff to our summer school call. And let's see here. What we will be discussing today in this call is that we're going to talk about the future of work and why Momentum, which is the platform that we've built. We'll talk a little bit about our team and our background, what to expect for summer school, and also who our guest teachers are. And then we'll take any questions that you guys might have. And if you're watching the replay of this, you'll be able to see at the end of the slides the best email to send us an email to ask any questions. And you always can message us on Instagram as well. So once it goes, there we go. It's a little lag, so sorry about that. But 50.9% of the US population will be freelancing in the next 10 years. It is growing at a rapid rate, actually 3 times faster than the traditional workforce is how fast the freelance workforce is growing. And also the US freelancers, the amount of them hit 57.3 million this year, which is a significant amount of people that are freelancing. And both of us have both freelanced, one of us longer than the other, but I've been freelancing for a little over 4 years now. My daughter is 4.5, and I started freelancing a little bit after I had her. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story in a minute. And also 40% of gig workers, freelancers, also the gig economy is what it is referred to sometimes, are now earning 6 figures per year. And we're definitely not the people that are like, you can earn 6 figures by joining Momentum. That's definitely not anything we'll ever promote. I really hope all of the moms are earning 6 figures, but that isn't the intent of our platform. Our platform is to get you paid and help you lead a more flexible life. And that might look like $500 extra in your bank account. It might look like $3,000 extra. It might be more. Whatever that is, it all depends on what you put into it. And it's not easy, but the reason we created this platform, and we'll talk about more in this call and future calls, is to take out a lot of that hassle and hustle that we've experienced and give you a little bit easier go at it. So 43% of women are leaving the workforce when they have kids. That's a huge amount. And women are staying out of the workforce an average of 3 years, some much longer, and many never return to a traditional 9 to 5 job due to that lack of flexibility that jobs are providing. There's a lack of maternity leave that's paid, a lack of flexibility when it comes to leaving to go to appointments for your child. And there's just a whole lot of problems there. And so there's a long way for a long time before all of that's going to be fixed. Hopefully it will. And we'll work to fix that as well in our own ways as a company. But we really wanted to provide something for now that will get moms paid and allow them to have that flexibility. And over 3 million mom-owned businesses in the United States exist today. And that actually does not even include freelancers, because most times freelancers are staying as self-employed and not starting LLCs. And so we don't know that they're actually a business. And so that's just 3 million mom-owned businesses, not including the freelancers, which if over 50 million are freelancing, in general, I would beg to say at least half, if not more, are female. So we believe that momentum is the key to the future of work for moms. We truly believe in the platform that we've created and want all of you moms on it. So that's why we created the summer school, to help give you more skills and more support as you go forward and before we launch in the fall our platform. So why momentum? We believe in flexibility. Both of us, and we'll tell our stories in a minute, needed flexibility in our lives due to all kinds of different things. And we wanted to be able to work anytime and anywhere within reason. Obviously, every job is a little bit different, and we'll be on the platform. But generally the ability to be our own boss, and we want to be able to work if kids are around or not around, then either it's cool and you don't have to worry about asking for time off to go take your kid to childcare, take your kid to daycare, whatever it might be. I actually am wondering now, sorry, squirrel, if our video is being shown. So I'm not sure. So we're going to go with this and see if it's, I don't know. Sorry. This is our first video together in a coffee shop. Lovely, lovely. And the reason I'm doing most of the talking is honestly only because I have the headphones in. So I'll switch off to Stephanie in a minute. You'll see. We're a little bit crazy. Our other big reason of why momentum is to get moms paid. That's a huge thing for us, because if you don't have any money, you can't lead a flexible life. It's just the reality of it. And so we want to get moms in front of more job opportunities and more product sales, because we are a platform of both goods and services. And we believe that some moms like to sell on Etsy and they like to freelance, or maybe they have some digital products that they sell, some courses and ebooks, and they also are a coach. And so we want to make sure that there's a platform that you can do everything and sell all the things that you need to and get jobs from all in one place, because we don't have time. We don't have time to be bouncing back between looking on groups and Facebook to find a job and looking on Upwork and putting our stuff on Etsy and doing tests on Upwork to get more skills. Like, we just don't have time. So we want to take away that hassle and get you jobs faster by utilizing a tech platform that values your time spent. We really believe in giving back your time so you can enjoy those sacred motherhood moments. And sometimes sacred motherhood moments mean just by yourself and not with your kids. But also it does, like this. But obviously it also involves that time with your children, being able to sleep in on a morning when your kid's sick and be able to go to a baseball game or show up at your kids' school for lunch or whatever it is. We want to be able to take away that hassle and really give you a platform that gives you more time. And then also to be mom powered. We are a platform that is so far built and powered by moms and a few token dads that believe in getting us more flexibility so our whole families can lead more flexible lives. And we really want you to have a say in the platform that is being built. And that's why we're doing summer school. And it's also why I've spent the last year, actually almost 2 years, talking to moms and really figuring out what they need, what are the problems that they're encountering on other platforms. And we really want to make sure that this is built for you and it's what you want. Okay, so our next one with the lag, it keeps going. And
there it is.
There you go. Was that the next one, or did I skip one?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, we're going with this is the right one. So summer school team. So I'm going to talk real quick, and then I'm actually going to pass it to Stephanie to chat for a second. So I am the founder. I came up with the idea after helping to co-found a co-working space called the Podworks, which I'm sure lots of mamas from the pod will be listening later. So shout out to Tacoma, Washington, and to the Podworks, and to my co-founder, who is the owner of the Podworks, Kayla Schroeder. We had a similar idea, and instead of competing, we collaborated, and our daughters are similar ages, and we ended up becoming really good friends and creating in-person co-working space that's mom-friendly, where kids can come and play and moms can get work done. It's also hugely built on the idea of community and support with one another, and I truly could not have gotten through having my second kid and starting a new business and another new business without having the support of the pod. So we definitely will be building in a lot of those values into the Momentum Marketplace as well, because it was such a valuable experience. And what I saw after building that is that moms from all different backgrounds, both products and services, doing all kinds of different things, were buying and selling or bartering and trading each other's goods and services. And that was pretty powerful. And they had created we had created this own microeconomy at the pod. And I thought, well, every mom should be able to experience this. And wouldn't it be really cool to be able to get products and services for moms all over the world? And so I wanted to take that microeconomy and make it go global. And so that's where Momentum really kind of started. And my husband jokes that this is the idea that just didn't go away because I have lots of ideas. And this was the one that just kind of stuck and developed through all the interactions that I had. And I created our initial product and started to get pre-registered users and started pitching and talking to investors about it about 6 months ago, and did an accelerator, and they really encouraged that I find a co-founder. And so I went on a co-founder journey, and actually Stephanie was helping me with getting our podcast up and running and a bunch of other things. And she was one of the first people that really believed in Momentum before it really was even much of a thing. And so I really believe that you need to get people on your team that are going to do it, even if it's not all pretty and beautiful at first. It kind of looks like, what was it, the donut without the sprinkles? We were not even a donut at the point when Stephanie joined up. And we were just a little sprinkle sitting over. And so I decided that I would be a little non-traditional and bring on, I have a little bit of a technical background, so I have a leg up, but I wanted to bring someone on that truly believed in it and also would want momentum for herself. And so that's why Stephanie came on. So here's a little bit from Stephanie.
All right. Hopefully you can hear me. So I was working with Brooke when she told me her idea for Momentum. And my background is non-traditional. I actually was a teacher. And I just recently resigned from my position. I have 2 little girls. One is a toddler and one is a preteen. So life is not very easy. And I'm a single mom. So when Brooke told me the idea for Momentum, I really believed in the power of getting moms paid and being able to be at home and be present in my kids' lives and still be able to make a living, pay my bills, and feel like I was doing good in the world. So kind of my story started a little bit with when my dad was sick a while ago. And I was having to make sub plans and do a lot of work things while he was on hospice. And it kind of just made a light bulb go off for me and realize that, I really need to think about the path that I'm going on. And we all know teachers don't get paid very much. And it's difficult as a single mom to live on that income too. Don't get me wrong, I loved teaching, and it brought me so many great things and great people. But this is something that I'm really passionate about. And I kind of started to dabble in some of the freelancing with Brooke, and I've been doing that for a little while now. And I actually have a background in English, which is what my bachelor's is in. And actually, funny, I started going to school for business, marketing, and management. So kind of making a full circle. So I just believed in the mission of Momentum, and my story aligned with it. And I am really, really excited to just go on this journey and go all in, even if it's a donut without sprinkles. All right, here's Brooke.
I'll jump back, only because I made the slideshow, so I know what's coming next. So that is our summer school team. We also have more people on board that are advisors, and we have partnerships with a whole bunch of mom networks across the country that we will be shouting out, I'm sure, throughout summer school. Excuse me. And I just want to shout a little bit out to the power of networking. And over the last 4.5 years, I've been building my online network, basically, because I was at home with my daughter freelancing and not going to any networking events. But I've made quite a significant network of moms and just other people all throughout business. And that has really helped to give momentum, literally. And so it is important to get in with momentum early on the platform as well, because you can make a ton of connections, and summer school will be a great place. And we're going to talk about that in a second, of ways to make connections. Okay, so what to expect from summer school. So we will be having a guest teacher teaching and on a call at least once a week for the next 4 weeks, but most will be 2 or 3 teachers every week. This week I'll be teaching a class, and also we have Pam will be teaching a class as well. And we'll be sending out a printable PDF and an email to you guys with the replay of this call later today. And that will give the schedule of all the calls, so you know what's coming. And even if you're not able to be on the call, you know what is that day. And if you want to set aside some time, which I highly suggest this, to listen to that call within that week, maybe it's late at night when your kid goes to bed, early at morning, on the weekend when your spouse or significant other can help you out, or you can get a babysitter, whatever it is. We just want you to know what's coming up. And then we also will be sending out reminder emails 30 minutes before each call, and also we'll send out the replays within 24 hours of each call, hopefully. No, we hope to. We're actually pretty organized for this. I'm not going to lie. That doesn't always happen, but we are only mainly because Stephanie came for the last few days, and we've been able to do a lot of extra planning. Also, we're going to have extra help sessions because Stephanie obviously has a lot of teaching background, and I do have my first initial undergrad stuff was in education as well. And I just love teaching and always have. So we will do extra help sessions. I've also done a lot of business coaching for moms, small businesses. So this is something I'm really passionate about. And we will be doing nighttime and nap time calls. We're going to send out a poll to everybody to see when are the best times to do this. And it'll allow you to get to know other moms and get support from us and other moms that will be in there. I've also asked a bunch of awesome mamas that own their own businesses to try to jump in on some of those to help give some extra help as well. And so this is the place to just ask anything. Just come, ask anything. You can have your kid there, not there. We don't care. Literally just show up. You can have your video on, have it off, whatever your heart desires, but this is not a judgment zone. So you can come with whatever and ask anything. Then also we're going to have Voxer coaching days. And we will be doing, Voxer is just like a voice messaging app, basically. And we will give you our Voxers and you'll be able to leave us a message. And sometimes it's nice to just talk things out. It's okay if the kids are screaming, saying they have to poop, whatever it is. Stephanie has heard everything from my children in our Voxers. But we believe in the power of it because it is how we have basically formed a relationship to be co-founders and all of that. So we want to get you guys a few times where you can just literally individually ask us stuff. And yes, this is all for free. I know we're crazy. No one does this, but when you're building something you believe in and you just really hope that people will invest in it that aren't you guys that are actually on the platform and get to use it, we believe that this is important for us to do. So we'll give you that information and let you know which days we're doing that. We won't be doing it like every day because we're building a company, but we will be doing it a few times throughout summer school. And then also to expect, you'll be able to join Momentum first if you've been in summer school and signed up for it. So at the end of the summer, you will be able to be the first to join the Momentum Market platform. And we will talk about how all that works in a later call. Okay, so these are our guest teachers. We will, like I said, send out a PDF after this call that will have all of their names and information. I just want to briefly talk about them. This is Maria over here on the left-hand side. She is actually from the UK, and she will be teaching us about how to be a virtual assistant. She's absolutely amazing. She started in virtual assistant stuff, an executive assistant. We'll give you her whole bio, but she now coaches women to become virtual assistants and has courses and all kinds of stuff. She's absolutely wonderful, and I'm excited for you guys to get to know her and let her teach you some awesome stuff. Then we have Julie. She will be teaching about social media and how to really simplify it and get it up and running for you when you are just starting out, and how it really doesn't have to be that complicated and how you can do a lot just with one post and being consistent. And then we have Ash Ahern, who is from Canada, and she is an amazing mama who is actually working on our rebrand right now. So we're excited about that. And rebrand, or I just created the initial brand and really quickly because I needed something for a slide when I pitched at Seattle Startup Week, and I needed it like within 24 hours. So that's how our initial brand started. But we kept a lot of the same ideas from it, and Ash is going to be giving us something really great soon. And she is all about aligned branding, and we'll be talking about how you yourself can brand, and then also how you can brand for clients and get started with that. And she is an amazing person to get connected with. She has a wonderful network. Then we have Pam Huber, who is a graphic designer and will be talking to us later this week on some design tips and kind of going through her design process. And this is amazing ways, just to pause for a second, to learn, because you're learning from people that are already doing it, and you can take a million courses and stuff like that. But this is how I learned, just from other moms that helped to teach me different things. And I jumped on calls and webinars and did as much free stuff as I absolutely could. And so I'm bringing all the free stuff to you so you don't have to look for it and make it a little bit easier. So already taking the hassle out of it. And then next to Pam, we have Meg Wheeler, who is actually Stephanie, who worked on her podcast. And Meg has a platform called, which is a podcast called One for Women. And she has a platform that gives curated gifts that are all made by women. And so she will be talking to us a little bit about her company, but also about how to set up a financially fit business because she has a background in finance. And so she loves to talk about that, and she coaches women as well. So she'll be doing that. And then we have Stephanie, who is right here, and who will be doing a class on podcasting and the 10 tips to getting set up in podcasting if you want to start your own, or helping get someone else started. And maybe that's a thing that you want to do and edit podcasts and stuff like that for as a freelance position. We have lots of people wanting that. So this is a good call to jump on. All of them are great, but that's another good one. And then she also will be teaching one about getting content, like how to get content written for clients, because now she writes in my voice and I don't really need to question it. I just go, yep, that sounds good. That's like what I would say. So she is really great at that, and she'll help get you some ideas for how you can do that with clients. And then myself, I will be teaching about how to get a website up in a weekend and give you the ability to get one up on Squarespace for a 20% discount, or don't do that. It's fine too. But I'm glad to help you get that up and running if you're ready to just like jump all in and have your own website and all of that kind of stuff. But also how you can do it for other people and really easily. So I will get you going with that. I'm also going to teach you about scheduling for success and how to schedule without so much hassle and hustle and still get a lot of stuff done. And I promise it works because I created a tech company on very, very, very little sleep. Stephanie can attest to the fact that my child does not sleep. So never. So if I can do it, you can do it. And I'll teach you how to schedule for success for your company and your business, and also for yourself. And if you want to be a freelancer or whatever your business is right now, we'll help you get up and going. So those are our main teachers. We might have some guest people popping in, like I said, into some of the nap time and late night sessions, but those are our main teachers for this summer series. And then last but not least, I'm going to let anybody ask questions. And then we also have some questions that people reached out to us and asked. So Devona, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And then we got some other questions from people that sent to us. So I am going to first go through those. How can I see the schedule for the next 4 weeks? So we will be sending out a PDF with all of the calls for the next 4 weeks. That will go out with the replay of this call later today. So you'll be able to see that. And then we're going to send out a poll tomorrow to find out when everybody wants to do late night and nap time calls. And we're going to try to hit as many time zones and times and stuff like that. And then we'll send out a PDF with all of those calls as well. I would highly suggest, if you can't make the calls live, to set aside a time to listen to them later in the week if you're interested in that topic, so you can get it done and you don't put it off in another few weeks. Try to get it into these 4 weeks and get those things done. I see that there's a question, so I'm going to get to that in just a second. What if I don't have a business yet? That's totally fine if you don't have a business yet. This is a great thing for you to learn some different types of freelancing positions. And I might actually add I think I have a video of this, but if not, I'll do a call just about all the different types of freelancing positions that you could potentially do and all the different topics or categories we will have on Momentum. And so that's okay that you don't have a business, because we can help you figure that out. And those are great questions for the Voxer days and also for the late night sessions. Okay, another one is, when will Momentum be up and running? We are hoping that we will have a fully live, full-on beta, not private beta, full-on beta, by September at the latest. We might actually be able to have you guys come on at the end of summer school, so the beginning of August. So we might be able to get you guys on first. We're just making a few more changes with our developers before we want to go full on live to everybody. What is a beta? I know I use lots of terms because of the tech world. In raising money, you have to talk about certain things. A beta is basically the beginning version. So like I was talking about the donut a little while ago and the sprinkles. So this one is the donut without maybe has a little frosting, but definitely no sprinkles. So this is just very early on. It will change a lot. We will end up having an app, which that's what we're raising money for now, is to get a developing team to do an app for us because we need money to make all these extra things. But luckily we had some developers to help us with the initial product. So, but you will be able to list your goods and services and get jobs on the platform when it's live. So it just won't be real pretty. So that's the big thing with a beta. And then how can I share this video or momentum with friends? You're welcome to send them the email that we will send out with a replay. Feel free to forward that to any of your friends. We'll also include a social media graphic that you're welcome to share out. You're welcome to share out all of our posts on our Instagram, which is just Momentum Market on Instagram. You can find us. If you don't follow us, join. And just tell your friends about it. The more moms we can get on the platform, the better, the fastest. We'll also be doing referral rewards and all of that fun stuff as well as we get closer to launch date. So definitely get on our email list, which you can either send us an email, oh goodness, an email at info@momentummarket.io, or you can DM us on Instagram. You can sign up. You're already on, if you're probably on this call, you're already on our summer school list. And so you will be hearing about everything for release date before anybody else does. Is Voxer free? Yes, Voxer is totally free. It's just a app that you can download and you talk into it like a walkie-talkie. I think that's all the questions over here. So I am going to go over to Zoom and make us the thumbnail. Oh, stop share. There we go. And I'm going to look at our question from, no questions so far, but I'm working listening. That's totally fine. We are all multitaskers here. And you'll catch the replay with your full attention. Totally fine. That is wonderful. Thank you for being on. We so appreciate it. And feel free to send us an email and tell us more about you. I think a lot of people say those kind of things, but we truly want to hear about all of our moms that we're working with. And we hope that we get to talk to you on one of our other calls at another time as well and get to know you. So thank you for being on this call. And we're going to wrap up now, but if you need to reach out to us, just email us at info@momentummarket.io or send us a message on Instagram, and we will get this replay up to you guys soon. And our next call is going to be on Thursday morning, and we'll send out all that information to you later today. And then we have a call on Friday as well. So we hope to see you then. Bye.